My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Fan Takeover, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And so here we have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories. Ricky Steamboat here does come with two sets of hands. We do get a right hand fist and then a left grip hand, and then we get a pair of flat palmed hands. We also get an entrance gi, which does look really nice. I do like the decals on it, as well as the Intercontinental title, which he did win at WrestleMania 3. Other than that, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat doesn't come with anything else, so let's actually have a closer look at his details. And so here we have a closer look at Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and I think Mattel has a really good face sculpt here. I'm saying face sculpt because mine unfortunately has some paint issues that we do need to talk about. I think it's just the way the light is hitting his eyes and it's causing an optical illusion, because looking at him like this, it looks pretty normal, but looking at him head on, the way the light hides the shine here, it does make it look like the eyes are off-centered. But as you can see, as you get the light hitting both of them the same, it kind of corrects itself. So it might just be a trick of the light causing that look in his eyes, that they're not properly aligned. And as I see it now, it does look really nice. It looks like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So, like I said, I'm guessing it's just a trick of the light, because as you can see, his eyes get darker as I tilt him this way. Eyes get lighter as I tilt him this way. So yeah, it's just a trick of my light, so it's no big deal. Really do like this head sculpt. I really like the fact that they did paint on his headband, although this is one thing I'm not a fan of. Right here you can see a clear difference between paint and plastic. I wish that they had just either... I don't know how they would have done this properly. Maybe not include a headband whatsoever, because he didn't wear it during the match. But yeah, you can see a clear division of headband that is a separate piece and headband that is sculpted onto his head. I think what they should have done is just had it all the way and then had a little nub where the headband should have pegged into like a ponytail. But that's neither here nor there. Still really liking the face sculpt on this figure. It looks like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So having a look at the figure, you can see he uses the Seth Rollins Finn Balor body. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was a really in shape guy in his prime, so this was a really good choice to go with. It looks really nice. Ricky was a pretty ripped dude, so really glad that they did use this body. Arms could be a little bit more defined, but I think it works for Ricky. I think his body looked better than his arms, in all honesty. You can see he does have white wrist tape on both arms, and that looks really good. Now, this is a little bit plain, but it's really classic. He really doesn't have any detailing on his tights. They are just white tights, and that's really classic for wrestlers to do. Just have a single color tights with no design. It is a little bit different, but at the same time it's classic. That's what you would expect out of wrestling from the 80s and 90s. It wasn't as extravagant as it is now. But yeah, I really do like this. It's a really nice solid white color that they went with. Although you might see a little bit of yellow from my lights here causing some yellow, but it's a really nice white. I really do like it. And they did use the legs that have the wrinkles in the tights, so that's another good thing about this figure. And then one thing to note is they did include the little red band at the top of his tights right above his boots, so that's really nice attention to detail. You can see he also wears white boots with these really nice black laces, which are painted beautifully. I love the way those laces look. And then on the side, he does have a dragon insignia, which looks really cool. Really do like it. You can see the pink, the green, and the gold all work together for that dragon. And then we get that same design on this side. So overall, I think it's done very well. And Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is a figure we really don't get too often. So finally having one in my collection, I know there's been like a couple. I just never pick them up, but really, really happy that I do have a Steamboat in my collection because he was a trendsetter for modern day wrestling. Him and Savage did a really good job at WrestleMania 3, which is what this attire is based off, from the gi that he is wearing to the tights. This is all accurate to that match. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a closer look and compare him to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat posed next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at Steamboat's articulation. Now, he does have the standard Elite articulation, which is a ball joint here in the head, which he does look up a surprisingly amount. So really do like that. He unfortunately doesn't look down. With WWE Elite figures, it's either they get really good upwards movement or downwards movement. We rarely get both, which is unfortunate. So moving on to the rest of the figure, you can see that he has I just went over the ball joint, but it does move up and down, does move side to side, no problem. And we do get some surprising tilt out of Steamboat, so I really do like that. Arms do go all the way around, kind of stiff on mine, but I'd rather it be stiff than loose. Goes out to the side, all the way horizontally. We do have bicep swivel, which works fine. Single bend in the elbow, rotation at that wrist joint, and as well as a hinge. We do have an ab crunch, which does go back about that far, goes forward about that far. I would like to see a little more articulation out of that, but it still works. Rotation at the waist. Legs do kick forward to about that far. They do go back out to the side. He is using the old style ball joint, so you can't really switch those out, which is a little bit unfortunate. He does have rotation here at the thigh. Double bend at the knee, not at all hindered because he doesn't have any knee pads on. We have rotation at the boot. We have a hinge in the ankle, which goes back, and then we go forward. And then, of course, we do have some rocker ankle with this figure. So overall, really do like the articulation here on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the WWE Elite Fan Takeover Ricky the Dragon Steamboat posed for my final thoughts, and overall really happy I have a Ricky Steamboat in my collection. Now, I do know they released a Ricky Steamboat as an Elite release for Walmart, but nobody, and I do mean nobody, ever saw that wave in stores. So if you missed out on that one, which chances are if you're watching this video, you missed out on the previous Ricky the Dragon Steamboat release. This is still a really nice pickup, and the fact that he is readily available makes this figure so much better than that other one. I really do like this version of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and he is from a really iconic match, which was that WrestleMania 3 match against the Macho Man Randy Savage. Now, if we can only get an Elite WrestleMania 3 Macho Man re-release, that would make me so happy, which I think we are going to get one in the Legends pack, but I digress. That's neither here nor there. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is a fantastic figure to have in your collection, especially if you're a fan of wrestling back in the 80s and 90s. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is an essential character to have on your shelf, and the good thing about him being an Amazon exclusive figure, at the time I'm making this video, he is only $19.99 on Amazon, so if you haven't already picked them up, definitely do that. One thing I do recommend if you do get this figure is learn how to properly tie a karate belt, because it will make the belt on this figure look so much better than if you were to do a shoestring tie or shoestring knot. I think the karate knot looks so much nicer, and I actually did learn how to tie a karate belt just for this figure and for my Splinter, but that's a completely different figure. So with that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.